This is the Urban Binge Radio. Thunderflow.
Anyway, I wanted to talk about last week that I didn't get to talk about because the Super Bowl was about 2 or 3 Sundays ago. That this story that I seen, this woman, take a look at this.
It was the most watched Super Bowl in years and clearly the hottest ticket in the country. But for this woman, being inside SoFi Stadium turned into a disaster when she was crushed by what her attorneys call a human avalanche. She was just sitting in her seat. She spoke with Jim Murray.
It was supposed to be a dream come true. After 4 years of anticipation, 63-year-old Lita Abella went to her first Super Bowl with her son.
I was so excited because I've never been to a Super Bowl game.
But that dream turned into a nightmare when Lita says she was suddenly caught in what some are calling a human avalanche.
I have a broken nose and I believe some other facial fractures.
The educator was also left with a concussion and painful torn rotator cuff. She says it happened just after the halftime show. Lots of fans took a break to go to the restroom or buy food. Lita was in her seat waiting for her son to return from the restroom when suddenly, she says, she was thrown out of her seat and knocked 2 rows in front of her. She says she was dazed and confused and a bloody mess.
I put both hands up to my face because it hurt so bad, and my hands are just covered with blood.
When her son returned, he was horrified.
Heartbreaking, very traumatizing. I mean, nobody wants to see a loved one in such pain, especially with that much blood.
Mom and son Christian were sitting in the nosebleed section for seats that cost them $9,000. This is the view from their very steep seats way up high.
When you're walking by people, you'll see that your ankle pretty much comes right where the top of the next chair below you.
He says any stumble could cause someone to fall forward onto the seats and people below. Her attorneys call the seating at SoFi Stadium defectively built.
A couple fans were, just talking to each other, excited about what's going on in the game. One turned around to high five the other, lost balance, fell over, and ended up impacting our client.
Police issued a statement saying there was no human avalanche in the section where Lita was sitting. They point out that she was the only person who suffered an injury. She says she's hoping someone caught what happened on video to back up her account.
So when I watched this story, all I could think of is this woman had to be pushed from behind. A mighty Russian wind came behind her and blew her down the stadium or something, down all these, just listen, she had to have been pushed down this. And I couldn't tell you how the heck this happened to this lady. This is so sad. It really broke my heart. I'm like, oh my God, did this really happen to this woman? Oh my God, it's really a sad situation that happened to her. But all I can think of is somebody had to have pushed her, and that's unfortunate. I would have been very devastated too to have walked and got food. My mom's first time at the Super Bowl, and I come back and now she's bloody and we have to leave. So first of all, I'm upset about my mom. Secondly, we spent all this money and now we have to leave. Thirdly, this was my mom. Or thirdly, it would be that. Secondly, it would be this is my mom's first time to the Super Bowl, and she was ready to have a good time. Thirdly, I just spent all this money, and then we got to go to the hospital. Not the game is canceled. Oh, yeah, I lost my money. Or somebody took my seats because we purchased at the same exact time. Oh, yeah, okay. No, that's not what happened. My mom is bloody when I come back because she was pushed or somehow tripped. I don't know. I'm sure they have cameras to pull up and show this guy what happened to his mom if she was indeed pushed. She didn't say she was pushed, but I believe she was pushed because, honey, she looks bad, and I'm just trying to figure out how else could that have happened besides her being forcibly pushed down all those flights. Anyway, maybe that's not what happened. I hope she gets well soon. Hopefully, Inside Edition checks up on her. They typically don't check up on people. They do these sad stories about these people, and they don't go back and check on them. I've never seen a video of them. Where are they now? Inside Edition. Never seen that. Anyway.
Oh, we got one here, baby.
and chicken? Oh wow, you stayed to the very end, I see. Well, since you're here, do me a favor. Hit those big words down there. Subscribe. You see that? Yeah. And if you liked the video or if you didn't like the video, hit that thumbs up. Also, hit that bell so you can be notified every time we go live or post a video. You don't want to miss our content. I'm telling you. You can also follow us on all social media platforms. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and a new one, Big O, at The Urban Binge, okay? You can also Google search our podcast. If you can't get enough of us, we're always posting on our podcast talking about interesting topics. Just search The Urban Binge Radio Podcast. And you can find us on several podcast platforms, i.e. iHeart, Spotify, and any podcast platform that you prefer. And after you're done with all of that, scroll down our channel and I'm sure you'll find a lot more interesting content like this video. See you guys later. Let me finish getting dressed.